Banning of horse slaughtering needs to be passed globally. I'll be talking about the fact that it's cruel to horses, it is hard on them, and it's harmful to humans and the environments around the slaughterhouses. I've been researching this topic for about 2 weeks, and it's something I'm very passionate about. Just last year, 800,000 horses were sent across the U.S. border to be slaughtered, according to the ASPCA.org. Between 2012 and 2016, almost 140,000 American horses were sent across the borders into Canada and Mexico to be slaughtered for human consumption, according to the ASPCA.org. According to the USDA, the entire act is extremely hard on the animal. From the way that they travel to when they get into the pens, and when they get into the pens, and even as they are getting transported, they can get harmed, they can break bones and everything else, and the slaughterhouses don't care. Only 3% of every $100 made is due to slaughtering. Something else to consider is that the horse meat isn't even necessarily good for you, when in fact, medicine horses get can make the meat toxic. A common medicine that horses get is called bute, and it is used as a painkiller in horses, and if consumed by a human, it can be extremely toxic. Also, 92.3% of horses sent to slaughter are healthy, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. They could have been rehomed or just sold or anything else. Many are even stolen, bought illegally. According to Christine DeStefano, the founder of Amaryllis Farm Equine Rescue, when horses go to auction, there are kill buyers at every auction, and the kill buyers are legitimately contracted. Those kill buyers go to auction to make their quotas. For their quotas, they will even steal to make it. If they don't make their quota, they'll be fired. So even if horses go to auction, more times than not, other buyers will be outbid by these kill buyers who buy mostly per pound. A story to talk about is the story of Ferdinand, a 1986 Kentucky Derby winner and a 1984 Breeders' Cup Classic winner. In 2002, he was killed in a Japanese slaughterhouse. He won 8 out of 29 races and made a little over $3 million in winnings. And the problem with him was that he wasn't making enough as a father. So they sold him to a breeder in Japan, and that breeder decided to send him to slaughter. Another racehorse, Affirmed, who was the only horse to beat two Triple Crown winners, also died in a similar way in 1997 in Sweden. Unfortunately, this is not uncommon in racehorses. When they do not perform to their owner's expectations or just never won or anything, they'll more than likely be sold to auction. You may wonder how slaughtering these horses is inhumane. The slaughterhouses use a bolt of electricity to kill the horses, and it is also common for other ways to slaughter other animals. With horses, though, if they don't get it into a specific spot, the electricity does not kill the horse. And it'll just knock them out for about 30 seconds, according to Dr. Friedmeier, a DVM and former USDA inspector. So when they go to dismember the horse, they feel it. Other reasons why slaughterhouses are bad, they are bad to their environment due to smell, sewer violations, as well as environmental violations due to how they get rid of the animal waste. California had a fall of nearly 88% in horse theft after the slaughterhouses were shut down in California. To conclude, according to the Journey to Slaughter for North American Horses, an article from the Animal Frontiers published in July of 2012, major challenges in the future sustainability of the industry will depend on several factors, including the cultural preference for horse meat, public regulations, and continued availability for horses, and then look at it as inhumane. Meat's not good for you, and it's bad for the communities. and these horses are healthy and stolen for the most part. So, you may ask, why would countries be okay with slaughtering these animals? That is a good question, considering that the money made is mostly overseas and everything else seems to be